Well, here we are in the Australian bush. Much like several years ago when we covered the coast of southeast of South Australia in Port Macdonald. We are now in a similar location, Carpenters Rocks. No, there are no rocks here. There are only rocks in the sea. Anyway, as I try to find something, just something that resembles native food, native indigenous food. We've previously taken notice of the white currant bush. Currently, no currants. But there are many other feasts and medicinal things that grow in the southeast of South Australia by the coast. One of them is called pig's face. And no, I'm not talking about the local police department. This little delicacy, pig's face, is a tough little succulent. It grows readily around here. The gel inside this plant has medicinal properties that I couldn't really tell you what they are without the help and assistance of an Indigenous Australian friend, of which I do not have here with me now. However, trust me, famous last words, it is used medicinally. There are other leaves and salty little plants like the native rosemary bush. And this is a bitterly salty rosemary, and yet can be used in infusions for circulation and other such treatments. Here we have the native rosemary. Much like any other rosemary plant with different flowers, but saltier, as mentioned previously. We take a stroll now down what we see as a backyard track, a small road that's been used by the locals of the area throughout history. Well, at least since the horse and the motorbike and the Land Rover four-wheel drive, Subaru, and yes, other such vehicles that are for off-road. Made of white metal, this road in winter can be quite slippery and lots of fun, but very dangerous. This little track goes all the way through several kilometers of sand dunes. Along the way there's camping site and a little beach called Number 2, and further on through the Tanunda National Park one finds himself eventually in the surrounding area of Millicent. Other things that are of interest here is the old lighthouse. I don't even know if it works because I haven't spoken to any of the locals, other than a couple of fishermen that come from Mount Gambier, not here. Anyway, I would like to draw your attention now to what's called the old man's beard. Another plant native to the Australian climate, also growing in scrubland, perhaps once upon a time growing all over the country before they decided to bring sheep. We hear a little bird in the distance, and as my friend said, one day I glanced up when I heard a bird tweet, "Who are you? Who are you?" I rolled over, looked at it with one eye, and then shot it. That was dedicated to James Deek. Anyway, I will now take a little break, and you can watch the commercial and hopefully tune in next time for Windy Lindy whatever borough, because I've forgotten my screen name, for yet again another life on my earth, outside of the domestic backyard, back on the southeast coast of South Australia. Goodbye.